welcome back to Sinsheimer Stadium. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in San Luis Obispo. But before we get the game started here, let's take you into the press box. My name is Addy Daudet. I'm joined once again by Jacob Lee. He's going to hop on again for today's game. If you've been tuning in for the last week, you'd know that he was in for me while I was out of town. So it'll be both of us today, a little bit of a treat. It was a fun call yesterday. Speaking of which, a great game.
Yeah.
The Blues win it a walk-off 12-11 in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, what a thrill ride that game was. Potential candidate for Game of the Year, perhaps. We saw some theatrics on both sides. A couple blown leads. In the end, the Blues prevailed, sent the fans home happy on a Friday night, the last Friday of the regular season.
Yeah, very exciting, and for sure, the Blues were holding the lead 10-3 for a huge chunk of the game, and then in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, the Conejo Oaks kind of kept getting a few runs here and there, but they add up in situations like last night, and then in that 9th, they tie it up, and they force the bottom half of the inning, and then it's Cesar Chavez who walks it off, scoring Diego Gonzalez for run number 12. A high run game by both teams, the Conejo Oaks. I mean, you have to kind of give credit to them. I mean, what a battle for them to come all the way back from such a deficit and make a ball game here. It was a very fun one to watch for sure.
Yeah, I had my heart rate pumping the whole time. Tip of the cap to that Conejo Oaks. Very good ball club. They're also fighting for first place down in the South Division. But for tonight, it'll be the Blues turning their attention to the MLB Academy Barons here with 2 games left in the regular season.
You're right. 2 games left in the regular season. The Blues, who are kind of really working on how they're writing their lineup, especially when it comes to their pitching. Yesterday, they used 8 pitchers.
Yep.
8. Moose Cuellar, who started off for the Blues, he went 2 innings, and then Arturo Becerra came in. Trey Lagron, Mikey Rodriguez, Chase Rogers, Shane Grant, Carson Boyer, and then Brendan Comerford comes in the 9th. They pull him over from 3rd. They send Brady Alves to 2nd and Diego Gonzalez to 3rd to finish out the game yesterday. So 8 pitchers. That's a lot. They had to really pull with their pen yesterday. Today I know there's 3 pitchers available. So starting off tonight will be Troy Cooper. The Cal Poly Mustang staying local for his summer, and then as well in the pen there's Lucas Shannon and there's Felix Stork. So we'll see how the Blues work with that today against the Academy Barons. It should be another good one here today, hopefully, and we will have it all here on the Blues Streaming Network. The first pitch will be in just a couple of minutes here. They're hashing it out down on the home plate right now with the umpires. But my name is Addy Daudet. Jacob Lee is with me once again here, and we will have first pitch when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. It's another beautiful day here at Sinsheimer Stadium. It's Saturday the 25th, another fireworks show here tonight. It's the last of the season, the last Saturday of regular season play as well. The Blues will head into the playoffs next week. They have already clinched a spot on Tuesday's wildcard game. They're currently battling for the #1 spot, which would mean a bye and then home games for the entire playoff schedule. Right now, to get the #1 spot, they would need to win the next the next 2 games, tonight and tomorrow night. And then the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who are currently in first place, they would need to lose one of the 2 games that they're playing today and tomorrow. They're going to play the Sonoma Stompers tonight as well. A 56% chance of winning. Got that from Vincent Regalado, one of the coaches down in the dugout, who many of you are probably familiar with. He was on air with me for quite some time. And then the Crawdads will play the Menlo Park Legends at home on Sunday. 68% chance of winning that one. So we will see how that goes. We'll give you updates throughout the game of how the Crawdad Stompers game is going. But of course, we're here at Sinsheimer, and we're here to watch some Blues baseball. It's the SLO Blues versus the Academy Barons. On the mound is Troy Cooper, the local Mustang from Cal Poly. But first, let's take a little look at the lineup for the Academy Barons. Hitting leadoff, who we'll see in just a moment here, it's Elijah Clayton, followed by A.G. Sawamura, followed by Jason Del Villar, Nick Sanders, David Aguirre. In the 6th spot, it's going to be Bryce Morrison. Hitting in the 7th, Isaac Ocampo, followed by Anthony Murphy. And rounding out the batting order, it's going to be Israel Espinoza. To the plate now, it's Elijah Clayton. Troy Cooper on the mound for the Blues. The first pitch is going to be hit right up the middle of the field. It's the second baseman, Diego Gonzalez, who's going to make the catch, send it to first. It will not be in time. The first pitch and first hit of the day. It's at 6:07 p.m. It's 80 degrees and sunny. Not a cloud in the sky here over at Sinsheimer Stadium. Elijah Clayton coming out strong for the Barons. A base hit off the first pitch of the game. And that brings up A.G. Sawamura. He'll come to the plate with a runner on first. Third baseman Brendan Comerford in on the grass. Throw over to first. There'll be no tag. Cooper, one of the 3 pitchers available today. Out of the pen, it's Lucas Shannon and Felix Stork. Another throw over to first. There'll be no tag once again.
Yeah, we've been talking all season about how important it is for these starters for the Blues to get depth in the game, to go 4 or 5, even 6 innings. That is going to be paramount for the Blues today with limited pitching in a game tomorrow.
Off goes Clayton to second. The throw down will not be in time. That'll be a stolen base, and quickly a runner in scoring position for the Barons. Elijah Clayton, early action on the pads. He now stands over on second base. The count is 0-1 to A.G. Sawamura. The pitch is hit on and sent foul near the visiting dugout for strike number 2. Troy Cooper, it's his 4th start and 5th appearance with the Blues this summer. Total of 12 2/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 2.13 with 12 strikeouts. No outs. It's the second batter of the game, A.G. Sawamura. The 0-2 just misses outside for ball 1. Fans bellowing for their hot sauce. Not many awarded in the game last night. It was just a total of 3 strikeouts. Checking his shoulder to second. Troy Cooper will send the ball home. That one's going to be hit to the left side of the field. Coming in is Brendan Comerford. He's going to make the catch. The throw to first will be in time, and that will be out number 1 of the game. out number one. Another athletic effort by Brendan Comerford over there. I mean, that one's kind of trickling more to the shortstop position in on the infield grass. Brendan Comerford keeping his momentum heading to first. He makes the play and sends it to the first baseman, CJ Moran. At the plate now, it's Jason Del Villar. A runner stands on third. That one's gonna miss high and inside for ball one. Elijah Clayton advances to third on the ground out by Sawamura. The infield all touching the infield grass. The 1-0 comes all the way back to the press box for strike number one. That one coming in at 90 miles per hour from Troy Cooper. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's the top of the first inning. 1 runner stands on third. The pitch misses again high and inside for ball 2. Every infielder in on the grass trying to prevent this run that stands on third. It's 2 balls and 1 strike at the plate. It's Jason Del Villar. Swing and a miss for strike number 2, and the count is even. Once again, fans looking for the first hot sauce of the day. The 2-2 misses high and inside, and the count runs full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. At the plate, it's Jason Del Villar. Troy Cooper on the mound for the Blues. Three balls, 2 strikes, and that one misses inside, and Del Villar will draw a walk. 2 runners on the field for the Academy Barons. Let's take a little look at the fielding for the Blues here from first to third. It's CJ Moran, Diego Gonzalez, Diego Murillo, and Brendan Comerford. From left to right, it's Nahar, Chavez, and Becker. The battery for today, it's Miles Mater in the squad, Troy Cooper on the mound, and Ethan Johnson, the designated hitter. Pretty much an identical lineup to the one we saw yesterday, aside from the catcher. It's Miles Mater today. Yesterday was Sean Rivas. Jason Del Villar, he draws a walk. Runners now stand on the corners, and Nick Sanders is at the plate. There's just 1 out here in the top of the first. The 1-0 is called for strike 1, coming in at 91 miles per hour. The middle infielders push back just a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nick Sanders at the plate. That one's gonna miss low and inside for ball number 2. Nick Sanders, the right fielder, wearing number 2. He's a senior currently in the portal, originally from Waco, Texas. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count is even. Fans have fully taken over the outfield the grass behind home plate, and on the left and right sides, as well as all the orange seats here at Sinchheimer. It's a sold-out fireworks game. They usually are. I don't know if they really have ever not been sold out. People get very excited for their fireworks shows, especially here at the park. It's always a fun time. And the last Saturday of regular season play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, swung on and hit sky high, coming all the way back to the press box. And that one will be foul. Looks like that might have hit over into the VIP area. Heard lots of commotion from the fans. Free foul balls here today. If you can catch one or wrestle for one, you get to take it home. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is going to miss low and outside. And the count is full once again.
It's going to be interesting to see how kids respond to those foul balls today. Obviously not as much room to run around on the grass. Every spot accounted for here at Sinsheimer on fireworks night.
I'm almost positive they will just run someone over if it means they get a free foul ball.
Probably likely, yeah.
I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen kids lay out for these. I mean, they tackle each other on the ground trying to get these free foul balls. And, I mean, they're pretty cool. They've got the Blues logo on them. I mean, I might have done the same, too. Who knows? If one comes back here, I'll fight someone for it. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes at the plate. It's number 2, Nick Sanders. The pitch swung on and sent over to left field. Going back is Dom Nahar, and that one is out of here. A 3-run homer for Nick Sanders. And just like that, the Academy Barons take an early lead here. They score 3 with just 1 out to the Mustang Troy Cooper.
Yeah, he got an absolute hold of that fastball. Came in at 92, exited at 96. So what a punctuation mark, exclamation point, I should say, here early for MLB Academy.
Huge early lead here for the Barons. That one is just hit off of the hands of David Aguirre. It's Miles Mader who will pick up the ball and send it down to first base. But, man, 3-run homer there for Nick Sanders on just 1 out to the Division I pitcher, Troy Cooper. I mean, we usually see balls head to the left side just because of the way the wind pumps here. And, I mean, to hit a ball this early on in the game when it is just naturally harder because of the way the wind's going, I mean, what a homer. You could see Dom Nahar tracing back, and, I mean, about 10 feet from the wall, he kind of just slowed down knowing that that one was out of there. But Nick Sanders to the plate now. It's Bryce Morrison, the designated hitter. He comes up there. 2 outs now. David Aguirre, a ground out. That one's going to be hit up the middle of the field. It'll trickle into center, and a base hit for the designated hitter, Bryce Morrison. Isaac Ocampo is stepping to the plate, the 7th batter here in the top of the first inning.
Batting down number 24, Isaac Ocampo.
Isaac Ocampo, the catcher. A slow swing there for strike 1. It's the top of the first inning here at Sinsheimer. The Blues are taking on the Academy Barons. The score is 3-0 so far. The 0-1 in the dirt. Miles Mader will keep it in front for ball 1. It'll be interesting to see how Troy Cooper kind of hangs in here in this game. As I said, just 3 pitchers available today, including the man on the mound right now. So just 2 more in the pen. We're going to need to see quite an effort by most likely all 3 of them in this game today. That one swung on and sent to the left side of the field. It'll drop in, and round goes Bryce Morrison. He'll head to third base. They're sending him home. They'll hold up the stop. He'll trickle back to third. And that is a double for Isaac Ocampo. Bryce Morrison almost heading home there. Third base coach put up a big stop sign. He'll stay at third. There are 2 runners in scoring position for the Academy Barons, and Anthony Murphy, the left fielder, will come to the plate.
Yeah, Campo just got on that 87-mile-an-hour changeup, found a hole out there in the left center field gap. They were shading him to the opposite field, but gets the job done. Honestly surprised that Morrison got the hold at third, but way to play it conservative there.
Big swing and a miss here for strike number 1. There are 2 outs. It's the top of the first inning. 2 runners in scoring position for the Barons. It's Isaac Ocampo on second and Bryce Morrison on third. The 0-1. Big swing for strike number 2. Murphy kind of swinging out of his shoes there. Trying to get this one out of the infield with 2 runners on. The count is 0-2. Troy Cooper on the mound for the Blues. The pitch swung on and sent over to second base. It's Diego Gonzalez who will catch it in the air for out number 3. The Academy Barons score 3 runs off of a 3-run homer from Nick Sanders, paired with 3 other base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Will do it for the top half of the first inning. The Blues will get their first chance to swing the bats when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. Academy Barons score 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. It's now the bottom. We'll see the Blues come to the plate here. Let's take a little look at their lineup. Leading it off is Cesar Chavez, followed by C.J. Moran and Brendan Comerford in that 3 spot. Ethan Johnson, the designated hitter, will clean it up, followed by Diego Murillo, Kyle Becker, Miles Mader, Diego Gonzalez in the 8 spot, and Dom Nahar rounding out the order. First to the plate here, it'll be Cesar Chavez. On the mound is Amari Yolas for the Barons. The first pitch, a called strike 1. Top of the first inning, as I said, the Academy Barons scored 3 runs off of a homer by Nick Sanders. Exit speed of 96 miles per hour, went 392 feet over left field.
And it might have been a little bit wind assisted, but still, we know how Sinchheimer plays. Still an impressive shot there in the top.
Very impressive. That one hit over to the left side of the field. A little error by the shortstop there, and it's a base hit for an error gets Cesar Chavez over on to first. At short, it's Elijah Clayton. That one I think just misread it a little bit. You could see him kind of reaching his glove out there. It might have hit off of the end of it or just kind of got right past him, but a pretty routine play there for the shortstop.
Yeah, probably a play he wants back, especially considering the speed of Chavez. Absolutely a steal threat here early. You wonder what the strategy will be with taking bags with the Blues already chasing 3 in the first.
CJ Moran at the plate. He hits that one foul over the third base side. And that'll be strike number 1. That one's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. Moran, who's struggled a little bit at the plate in the last couple of days. On Thursday, when the Blues played the Oaks for the first time in the 2-game series down at Ventura College, did not receive a hit as he hits that one high, and that's going to go foul once again over the third base side. That one pushed back quite far over there, but that'll be strike number 2. In the game last night against the Oaks here at Sinsheimer, single in the third. It was his only hit of the day. Got on again in the 5th on an error by the shortstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Throw over to first. Be no tag to Cesar Chavez. Moran, the first baseman for the Blues. The 1-2. Misses outside, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's no outs. It's the bottom of the first inning. The score is already 3-0. It's the Blues' first time at the plate. That one's going to be hit up the center of the field. It'll be caught by the center fielder Sawamura for out number 1. Let's take a little look at the fielding for the Academy Barons. From first to third is Jason Del Villar, Israel Espinoza, Elijah Clayton, and David Aguirre. From left to right, it's Murphy, Sawamura, and Sanders. The battery for today, it's Isaac Ocampo, and on the mound, Amari Yolas. The designated hitter is Bryce Morrison. Brendan Comerford steps to the plate with an out and a runner on first. Fouls the first one, back for strike 1. Comerford, who we saw to the mound yesterday, he came in the top of the 9th inning.
I'd be curious to see if Comerford is on the table as an arm available to Dean Traynor here tonight. Haven't really seen him in long relief this season, but that might be what's necessary with this lack of depth.
0-1. That'll miss outside for the first ball. Yeah, I mean, Brendan Comerford's kind of been the guy that Dean will look to when there isn't necessarily anyone else there. I mean, Brendan Comerford, who is not, I would say, a seasoned pitcher. It's his first season in any collegiate forum to step to the mound, and he's done a great job for the Blues this season. That's without a doubt. But we might have to see him here again, especially considering the Blues are really fighting to take a chance at that 1 spot. I mean, it sucks to have to rely on another team not succeeding. You know, their fate a little bit in their hands, but of course the Blues need to win these next 2 games to even be considered for that 1 spot. So if the time comes, I mean, they'll call for Brendan Comerford over there at third. We'll see how Cooper does as we get into the rest of the innings here. Cesar Chavez takes off for second. The throw will not be in time, and that's a stolen base for Chavez and a runner in scoring position for the Blues.
Great jump there from Chavez, doing what all great leadoff hitters with speed do. Stealing off the righty, getting himself into scoring position, more importantly, getting rid of the double play opportunity.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Yola stepping off the mound. The infield pushed back. The 2-2 is swung on and sent foul over the first base side. And this time I actually saw a dad get that one. Never seen a father go in a fight for one of those foul balls, but hey. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chavez dancing over at second. The pitch is swung on and sent to the right side of the field. Going back is the right fielder, Nick Sanders, and that one will fall into his glove for out number 2. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. A runner stands on second. It's Cesar Chavez up to the plate. It's Ethan Johnson, the designated hitter for the Blues.
Johnson definitely an impact player for the Blues here in his short tenure, just several games under his belt. Went 2 for 4 last night, also in the DH position. Dean Traynor loves to have him from the left side, varying some matchups.
The first pitch is swung on for strike number 1. Yeah, I was talking to some of the coaches down in the dugout, and I mean, he has been just a dynamic addition to the Blues lineup. I mean, the players love him. All his teammates have really grown to love him. And of course, I mean, how can you not with what he's been doing at the plate, kind of filling in that designated hitter spot. He played at first a little bit for CJ Moran, but primarily we will see him as the DH for the Blues. The count is 1-1. Pitch misses high and outside for ball number 2. It's Amari Yolas on the mound for the Barons. It's his second start, his 10th appearance. Pitched 9 innings so far on the season with a 9 ERA, 11 strikeouts. Last appeared against the Conejo Oaks on the 18th of July. That one coming in for strike number 2.
Johnson played his high school ball at the Kings Academy up in Sunnyvale. Also played travel ball for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes out of Sunnyvale. Had a reputation as a great teammate. That's what his coach Greg Mugg says. Coach who's focused on developing baseball players into great young men. Great program up there in the Bay Area.
Got off, and Ethan Johnson will stay alive at the plate. The wind is pumping out to left field. You can see the flag flowing out there in center. The 2-2 swung on, and that will be it for the first inning. The Blues leave 1 runner on. They score none. The score is 3-0. As we head into the top half of the second inning, we'll have it here on the Blues Streaming Network. Welcome back. We're here at Sinsheimer Stadium, another beautiful day for baseball. It's the last Saturday of regular season play and the last fireworks show here at Sinsheimer. The fans have sold it out here once again. It's the top of the second inning. First pitch comes in low for ball number 1. That one hit sky high in the infield. It's going to be Diego Murillo to make the catch for out number 1. An early out here, which is crucial for the Blues, not wanting to get too deep in these counts, especially considering the lack of arms available in the bullpen.
Yeah, great work on Cooper's part to induce a quick out number 1. Best you can do is limit leadoff base runners and limit those 2 out base runners as well. Keep the guys off the bases, get your team back in the dugout.
We kind of also see just a trait with the Blues pitching staff, especially those starting pitchers. It kind of almost takes them an inning to kind of settle down. I mean, especially considering the amount of fans that are here today. I mean, Troy Cooper is obviously pretty familiar with it, considering the Mustang games get a good amount of fans. That one's going to be hit over to the left side. It's Diego Murillo who makes the throw over to first for out number 2.
Great work on the part of Murillo there, making a tough play look easy. Charged that one on the infield grass, moving to his forehand side. Fielded that baseball, threw it across. 2 quick outs for Cooper here in the second, both of which he needs. Blues chasing a 3-run deficit here early.
Cooper, who's at 31 pitches. He's slotted to go for 70, no more than that. Already almost halfway there. He shakes off the first couple of pitches there from Mater at the plate. It's number 9, Eiji Sawamura. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Miles Mater looking like he was going to maybe go talk to the pitcher. The umpire kind of pulling him back.
Well, I think that last pitch might have gotten a piece of the home plate umpire on a bounce. Usually it's a little bit of a courtesy for a catcher to go out, give that umpire a little bit of a breather, but he said, no, let's play ball. Obviously that first inning taking just under 30 minutes.
The 1-0 misses low and inside for ball number 2. Cooper, as I've mentioned, a Mustang at Cal Poly in the 26th season, appeared in 16 games, including one in West Virginia at the Super Regional, the first time the Blues had made it there in history. That one's going to be hit to the left side. It'll drop right in front of Dom Nahar, and a base hit for Sawamura.
Yeah, I just said it, the 2 out base runners, right? To limit those is going to be important. But hey, no matter. You got to play it first and second on the force here. But just pitch into the zone is going to be the key to the game for Cooper, and try to stay out of the heart of the play. We saw, obviously, with the homer in the first, kind of left that one out over the plate.
Jason Del Villar, he's to the plate now. The home run hitter, Nick Sanders, is on deck. There are 2 outs and a runner on first. Pitch just misses for ball 1. It's Sawamura who stands on first. A single over to left. Throw over to first will not be in time. We've seen quite a bit of that from Troy Cooper in the game already today. I think maybe just trying to settle down, not have to throw as many pitches. As I mentioned, slotted to just go 70 today. Already over 30. Off goes Sawamura for second. The throw down will not be in time. A stolen base and a runner in scoring position for the Academy Barons.
And for Sawamura, that was stolen base number 26. He now takes the lead on his team, passing Elijah Clayton, who also had 25. Obviously, those 2 guys at the top of the order are going to make some noise on the bases. He also removes that force play now.
1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, that'll be strike number 2 called. Troy Cooper on the mound for the Blues. Fans yelling for their hot sauce. There has yet to be a bottle given out yet today. Just 3 in the game last night. Cooper checking his shoulder to second. The pitch home. Does he go No, he does not, and the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second. It's the top of the second inning here. The Academy Barons are up 3-0. VR at the plate. Cooper checking his shoulder. The throw back to second. There'll be no tag. Sawamura doing a good job of drawing Cooper's attention on the base pads. He was doing it at first, again here at second. Del VR at the plate. The pitch misses high and inside for ball number 3. The count is full. There are 2 outs in the top of the second. Just 1 hit so far in the inning. It was from Eiji Sawamura, who stands on second base currently. The 3-2. Swung on and sent to the left side of the field. It gets in between Murillo and Comerford. A little bobble from Dom Nahar. There'll be no runner home, but that'll be a base hit for Jason Del VR. Runners on the corners for the Academy Barons. And Nick Sanders, the home run hitter, to the plate.
Yeah, plus situation absolutely for Sanders. 2 base runners on, same situation as when he approached the plate his first time up. Talked about those 2 out base runners. We've got 2 straight of them with Sawamura and Del VR both getting aboard with hits. Cooper's got to be careful here to not let history repeat itself. Let this thing get out of hand too quickly.
That home run going 96 miles per hour off the bat, 392 feet. First pitch is a called strike 1, coming in at 83 miles per hour. The pitch that Cooper had given him, it was a fastball coming in at 91. I mean, he just got a hold of it, sent it sailing to the left side of the field, which, if you can't see on the stream, it's 335 out to left field. He sent it right over the trailer boxes over there. That one's coming back to the press box. It'll hit right above us. The scoreboarder, Julianne Shivers, flinching, dropping to the ground with that one coming over her way.
She was not ready for that one, I tell you what, folks.
Fear in her eyes. It's not the first time this has happened. It happened to me once. I don't know if any of you listening in will remember, because I fully screamed on the broadcast. I jumped down, came all the way into the press box, the 0-2, and that is a called strike 3 to Nick Sanders. What an out for Troy Cooper there. I mean, he walks off the mound, leaving 2 runners on and no run scores, striking out Nick Sanders, the home run hitter responsible for the 3 runs scored for the Barons. That'll be it for the top of the second inning. The score is still 3-0. The Blues will head to the plate when we get back.
Welcome back to Sinsheimer Stadium on a beautiful Saturday night. It is fireworks night, and we're celebrating the SLO Blues 80th birthday. Just a look into the out-of-town scoreboard as we begin the bottom of the second. Blues at bat. Walnut Creek has taken an early 3-0 lead on the Sonoma Stompers. Once again, folks, we need Walnut Creek to lose at least one game and us to win at least one game as well to get that first seed position in the playoffs. So an early 3-0 lead for Walnut Creek. Not what you want to see if you're a Blues fan.
Yeah, I mean, the Blues already have clinched a playoff spot, so they've got to be excited about that. But especially considering the amount of players they lost, especially that pitching, having to play one less game, that could totally change how they approach the Wednesday and then the Friday and Saturday games, especially considering there is a chance for a Sunday. Most likely, if the Walnut Creek Crawdads do not lose today's game or tomorrow's, it'll be the Sonoma Stompers that the Blues will play here at home. And then if they were to win that, they would head up to Walnut Creek to take on the Crawdads on Wednesday, the very next day, before coming all the way back home. They'd get a break on Thursday and then play again on on Friday if they were to win that game in Walnut Creek as well. That one's hit back over to the center fielder, Sawamura. For out number one, it was Diego Murillo at the plate. An early out for the Barons here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Murillo took that one on a ride, but good defensive positioning from this Barons team to play to his pull side, and Sawamura settled under it. That's what Eolas needs here early to keep that lead intact.
Yeah, and we'll see how this game kind of plays out. Eolas on the mound right now for the Barons. I was talking to the head coach for the Barons earlier today, and he was saying they're kind of in a similar boat as the Blues. They've lost a lot of players here towards the end of the season. It's very frustrating for any pitching staff, as that one hits Kyle Becker in the back. Kyle Becker spins to try to get out of the way of that one. It'll nail him, and he will be awarded first on a hit by pitch.
We'll take him any way you can get him if you're Becker. Obviously, he wanted to swing the bat here early, but nevertheless, a base runner for the Blues. We'll try to make the most of their opportunity and to reduce those runners left on base, which is a problem heading into that road trip last week that I was able to cover. Saw a lot of improvement on that during the road trip. Obviously wanting to get not only the base runners on and get them over, but get them in, most importantly.
Yeah, I mean, the Blues have only had one runner on the pad so far today. I mean, Kyle Becker can't be too upset down there at first, especially considering, I mean, they're playing for the playoffs here. Playing for that number one spot, I should say. That one's going to be hit foul over to the visiting dugout. It's Miles Mater at the plate, the catcher for the Blues today. Yesterday we saw Rivas. The day before that it was Kevin Spear. Count is 0-1 to Miles Mater. We last saw him play a couple of days ago. It was on Wednesday. We last saw him to the plate. Amari Eolas at 27 pitches here in the bottom of the second. He throws that one over to first. Tag will not be in time. One ball, one strike. That one misses away. Off goes Kyle Becker to second. He'll advance on a wild pitch. A wild pitch at 90 miles per hour gave Becker plenty of time to advance a base, and it'll be ball two to Miles Mater.
Speaking of free passes, just looking at the play-by-play for that Walnut Creek-Sonoma game, all three of those runs, none of them came in on hits. There were 2 bases-loaded walks and a bases-loaded hit by pitch. In fact, they're still batting. Walnut Creek is in the second.
Check swing Does he go? Yes, he does. The count is even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's Miles Mader at the plate. Kyle Becker stands on second. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, big swing and a miss from Miles Mader for out number 2. Diego Gonzalez steps to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second. The Blues are down 3-0. They've yet to score a run today. Becker only the second base runner to make it to the pads. It's Diego Gonzalez, second baseman, hitting in that 8 spot. First pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. Gonzalez with an RBI single in the game last night in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as well as a double in the 9th. He was the winning run that finished the game last night against the Conejo Oaks, a 12th run to cross the plate. Came in on an error from the shortstop who bobbled the hit from Cesar Chavez. He's going to hit that one high to the left side of the field. It's Anthony Murphy who will make the catch for out number 3. That'll be it for the 2nd inning. The Blues with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The score is still 3-0. The Academy Barons leading, and we will see their bats when we get back. Welcome back to Sinsheimer Park. It's the top of the 3rd inning. The score currently 3-0. The Academy Barons are leading the Blues. To the plate now, it's David Aguirre. He'll come up and face Troy Cooper once again. The first pitch, a check swing. Does he swing? Yes, he does. That'll be strike number 1. Troy Cooper finished the top of the 2nd, striking out Nick Sanders, who had hit a 3-run homer off of him in the top of the 1st. That one's going to be sent into shallow right field. A little bit of a Bermuda Triangle. The catch will not be made, and Aguirre will head to first. Those ones are always hard. It's Diego Gonzalez, the second baseman. He's running backwards trying to get to it, and then Kyle Becker in right and Chavez in center, both trying to come in for it. That ball landing exactly where none of the 3 players were. Gonzalez laying out, trying to make that catch, but nothing he could do there, and that's a base hit for David Aguirre. Bryce Morrison will head to the plate. First pitch called strike 1. Bryce Morrison an average of .333. It's his 10th start and 15th game played with the Barons on the season. A total of 12 hits and 3 RBIs. There's a runner on first base. That's David Aguirre. No outs. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Troy Cooper well ahead of the count here to the designated hitter. The 0-2. Swung on and hit shallow over to the left side. It's Brendan Comerford who will pick it up. He'll send the ball over to first, way over the head of CJ Moran. It'll trickle over to the fence and bounce back. But David Aguirre will make it to third base, and Bryce Morrison to first. It'll be an error on Brendan Comerford over there at third. And 2 runners on once again for the Academy Barons, one of them in scoring position over on third.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Comerford to not make that play. He fielded the ball cleanly, set his feet, just happened to airmail that one a little bit towards the glove side of first baseman CJ Moran. Runners at the corners now. Another run opportunity for MLB Academy.
It's another one of those where Comerford was kind of coming in over to the shortstop territory to make that play. It was kind of a slow hit off the bat of Morrison. I think his momentum just taking him a little too hard over to the first base side. He kind of wasn't able to get control of his arm there, trying to make the play to first, just way over the head of Moran. There was nothing the first baseman could really do to try to get that one down. He made a jumping effort, but the ball was shot quite hard in that direction. Isaac Ocampo now at the plate. The count is 1-1. There are no outs here in the top of the third. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. It's got to be frustrating for the pitcher, Cooper, considering the kind of pitch limit he's on. Currently at 48 pitches. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and sent to the left side. Going back is Dom Nahar. He'll move over just slightly to make the catch. Throwing it all the way home. It will not be in time. And that'll be run number 4 for the Barons. David Aguirre scores, tagging up on the sac fly by Isaac Ocampo.
Productive out off the bat of Ocampo, got his job done. Aguirre made that play a little closer than he should have, but good throw in from Nahar on a couple hops, but ultimately too late. And now Brendan Comerford, I'm sure, is over there at third base, wishing he could have that throw back. Would have prevented that run from coming in.
There's 1 out now here in the top of the third. At the plate, it's Anthony Murphy. He's going to hit that one right up the middle. It's going to be Diego Gonzalez who fields it, sends it over to first to get out Anthony Murphy, and that will be out. 2 and 3 here in the top of the third. The Barons score 1 more run off of 1 hit, 1 error by the third baseman, Brendan Comerford, and no runners left on. We'll head into the bottom of the third. The Blues now trailing by 4 runs.
Welcome back to San Luis Obispo, where it is the MLB Academy Barons 4 and the SLO Blues nothing. It'll be the 9-hole hitter for the Blues, Dom Nahar, to lead things off, taking his first at-bat of the day. Went 3 for 5 with a run scored and 2 RBIs yesterday in the win against the Conejo Oaks. Laid down a nice bunt there in the bottom of the 9th and evaded the tag from the first baseman to get on board what would lead to the walk-off.
A little bit of a controversial play with that bunt. The Oaks confident that the tag had been placed, but the umpires kind of both deciding. It was a little bit of an interesting call. I think they both kind of needed a minute to decide whether or not they thought that tag was placed or not. It took them like 2 seconds to call whether or not he was safe or out. Evidently, he was safe. A perfectly placed bunt by Nahar there, hauling it to make it to first safely. He now takes his first at-bat of the game. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, the count is 1-1. That one's going to miss low for ball 2.
It's interesting, a lot of times with those bang-bang plays, I personally look at the reaction of the infielder. I was like, how do they react? Do they sell that they thought he was an out? That, in my estimation, that first baseman did not sell it like he thought he was out.
No, you kind of see like the swiping effort he made,
Right.
and it was like defeat, knowing that he did not place the tag.
It feels like he knew he didn't get that tag there.
And I think that probably is also what assisted the umpires there. I mean, it was
Right.
very fast play. Definitely not something we could see up here. I could not tell you whether or not he was tagged or not. But just from the reaction of Dom Nahar as well, I mean, you could see the excitement knowing that the tag was not placed and that he had touched first safely. Nevertheless, the game is over and the Blues won it, so not much point arguing it now. The count is 3-2 to Dom Nahar. He hits that one over to the right side. It's the first baseman who will make the catch, underhand toss it to the pitcher, and that will be out number 1.
Now number 49, Cesar Chavez.
The top of the order back to the plate. It's Cesar Chavez. He'll come up with 1 out. One of the 2 Blues players who have reached base today did it off of an error by the shortstop in the in the bottom of the 1st. Cesar Chavez, the center fielder for the Blues, responsible for the final run scored in the game yesterday. It was an error by the shortstop. Chavez, the one who placed the ball that direction. A pretty routine play in the game yesterday. I mean, I think just kind of the heat of the moment in those kind of situations. The whole infield was pushed onto the infield grass. Made it a little difficult for the shortstop for the Oaks to make that play, and it ended in the Blues win. The count 1-2 to Chavez here today.
And you wonder how much the home field advantage factored into that as well. Everyone at Sinsheimer on their feet rooting for the Blues to victory. It can get loud down there on the field, I know, from playing experience, and sometimes you just rush yourself. You miss the footwork and the fundamentals of getting that throw to home plate. Big
Swing and a miss. Chavez will head down to first. It was drop 3rd. That one's going to be out over at first, and that'll be out number 2. The Blues struggling to connect hits here. 2 strikeouts against them so far today, paired with a couple of flyouts and a few groundouts. They've yet to place a hit today. Chavez, who reached on an error in the 1st, he was the first base runner that the Blues had seen, and Kyle Becker in the 2nd, he was hit by pitch. The Blues have yet to put a ball in play today. That one swung on and hit right in the gap, and I guess I was wrong. CJ Moran looks to go to second. He'll stay over at first, and just like that, Moran breaks up the no-hitter with a single over to left center.
I think he heard you,
I
Addy.
think he did.
He might have just heard you. He was like, I gotta get this team in the hit column real quick.
You know what? I'm not going to apologize for it. I think that was maybe like some motivation there for CJ Moran. What a hit for him, a player who's been struggling just a little bit at the plate in the last couple of days. Currently hitting .267 on the season. That one's going to miss. Or sorry, that will be called strike one at the plate. It's Brendan Comerford. No balls and one strike. Pitch is swung on for strike number two. It's Brendan Comerford at the plate.
Took a wild hack at that 79-mile-an-hour off speed. It was almost in the other batter's box. Comerford probably wishes he had that one back, but he's got to batten down the hatches down 0-2.
The 0-2 swung on and sent foul over to the home dugout. He'll fight that one off. Comerford hitting .286. It's his 38th game. 0-2, big swing and a miss, and that will be it for the third inning. The Blues with no runs, one hit in the inning, one in the game so far, no errors, and one runner left on base. They're still chasing for the Barons. Up to the plate when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. Welcome back to Sinsheimer Stadium. It's the top of the fourth inning. The Barons leading the Blues 4-0 with 7 hits versus the Blues just 1 hit. We saw it from CJ Moran in the bottom half of the third. A single out to left center field. He was left on base. To the plate now for the Barons. It's number 27, Elijah Clayton, the leadoff batter, to the plate for the third time today. Big swing for strike number one is Troy Cooper still on the mound for the Blues. Currently at 53 pitches. Correction, it's Israel Espinoza at the plate. Apologies for that. Getting a little ahead of myself here. The count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on and sent to the left side. It's Diego Murillo who will field it. He'll send it over to first. A little bit of a pick, and that will be out number 1. And now to the plate is Elijah Clayton. As I said, his third time now to the plate.
You just really wanted to see an Elijah Clayton at bat, didn't you?
I mean, I was getting a little ahead of myself. I was kind of excited here. Game, we're already in at about an hour and 10 minutes. Clayton singled in the first. Came in off the homer from Nick Sanders. He sees ball 1 from Troy Cooper.
Clayton's really one of these offensive leaders for this Academy Barons team. He was tied for first in the entire league in stolen bases, but his teammate Sawamura passed him with his 26th stolen base earlier today.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's the number 1 batter, Elijah Clayton, at the plate. Troy Cooper on the mound for the Blues. The shadows beginning to creep their way over the field. It's kind of an interesting time of the day. Hard to be a batter considering Troy Cooper, the pitcher in the pitching mound, fully covered in shadows, but then the home plate and batter's box still fully in the sun. It's kind of hard to read watching the ball come off the hand of the pitcher over home plate. That one's going to miss high for ball 2.
Talked about yesterday how the Oaks outfielders might have had some trouble adjusting to the conditions here with the sun and the lights coming on because they hadn't played here. Obviously, the Barons have played here earlier this month, so they've already settled in and gotten familiar.
That one's going to go the other way to right. It's Kyle Becker in right field. It'll dribble into his glove, but it'll be a base hit for Elijah Clayton, his second of the day. A.G. Sawamura to the plate now. A runner stands on first. There's just 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. The Barons, who have scored in the first and the third so far today. Throw over to first will not be in time.
Clayton made that pretty close over at first base, too. You got to wonder, is he going to test Cooper here on the base paths and test the arm of Miles Mader? It's been a few days since he's been back there behind the dish. Obviously, the Barons up 4 as here's another pickoff move. Maybe he will tie his teammate in stolen bases, perhaps. I know it's on his mind, surely. A little friendly competition at the top of the CCL stolen base leaderboards.
Throw home will be ball number 1 to Sawamura, who singled in the second, made his way all the way to third. He was left on following a strikeout looking from Nick Sanders. Another throw over to first. That one a little close there as well. Clayton will be safe. Mader, who last played against the Philippines baseball group at home, responsible for 2 of the errors on that day, one of which down to second, a throw way off of the bag out into center field, and then again trying to back pick down third and trickled all the way into left. It actually allowed a run to score in that game. The final score of it being 7-4. The Blues. The count is 2-0 to Sawamura. The pitch pulled back. Sawamura showing bunt, but that'll be 3 straight balls.
I think it's very possible that Cooper's a little distracted by the base runner Clayton over there at first base. Picked over 4 times in this at-bat and has not delivered a strike yet to the 2-hole Sawamura.
I mean, you have to imagine Cooper needing to just calm down a little bit, focus on the batter with just 1 out, and there he does it. That's strike number 1 looking. There was no chance Sawamura was going to swing his bat there. The count now 3-1. Pitch is swung on and sent over to the Blues dugout foul, and just like that, the count is full. Troy Cooper working his way back from 3 straight balls. A strike looking and a foul ball over to the right side makes it 2 outs and, 2 strikes. Sawamura at the plate. Off goes Clayton. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Clayton heads to second on a stolen base, but Troy Cooper finishes Sawamura with strike number 3. That'll be the second strikeout of the day. The first was to Nick Sanders, a strikeout looking to end the top of the second. And then here again to A.G. Sawamura for out number 2. Jason Del VR at the plate. Clayton dancing over at second. That one's hit right up the middle of the field. It's Murillo who will make the catch. Laying down on the field is Diego Gonzalez at second, making room for Murillo to make that throw over to first for out number 3. Troy Cooper faces 4 batters. They leave 1 runner on, no runs, and 1 hit here in the top of the 4th. The Blues are still chasing 4-0 as we head into the bottom half of the inning. Welcome back to Sinsheimer Stadium. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. The Blues are chasing 4. Coming to the plate to lead it off, it's Ethan Johnson, the designated hitter. He will look to do something about the deficit here. We're almost halfway through the game. It's the SLO Blues' birthday, turning 80 years old today, and we're celebrating it all here with you. That one's hit hard over to the left side. Going back is Anthony Murphy, and he'll make the catch. It's 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out to Ethan Johnson in the bottom of the 4th.
San Luis Obispo looking to make this a little bit of a better birthday celebration. Would look to get some runs on the board. Obviously the 1 hit so far compared to the Barons' 8 hits. Gonna take a little more than what they've shown. Gonna take some scrappy at-bats here down the stretch to make this a memorable fireworks night. Send these fans home satisfied.
Diego Murillo at the plate now. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, I mean, what a game yesterday. It's kind of hard to beat the excitement and the tension in the air in that one. I mean, an aura certainly fell over the stadium in that 9th inning. I mean, I know at least in the press box, we were all holding our breaths, seeing what was going to happen there. Diego Murillo at the plate. That one's going to miss low and outside for ball number 1.
I don't know about you. I think I experienced every possible human emotion during that 9th inning. I mean, everyone up here in the press box was just holding their breath, praying even for the ball to bounce the Blues' way, and luckily it did.
A call to strike number 2 to Diego Murillo over at shortstop today. We saw a pretty athletic play from him to end the top half of this inning. The ball right over the top of second base. He makes A valiant effort to field it. Diego Gonzalez dropping to the floor to allow him to make the throw over to first. That'll be a ground out for Diego Murillo here to the shortstop over to first, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, Mariolis keeps rolling here in the 4th. Only a few base runners so far and just the 1 hit surrendered. Obviously, MLB Academy would love the depth from him. How about it to come into the Blues' place on fireworks night on their birthday and to deliver this type of performance?
Becker at the plate now. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Reach base in the 2nd off of a hit by pitch. The Blues, who have only sent at maximum, well, no, just in total, 4 base runners to the plate in every single inning. 4 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd. Now it's 2 so far here after a fly out from Ethan Johnson to lead it off and a ground out to Diego Murillo. Kyle Becker hopefully will break it up a little bit here. Pitch. A called strike 2. The count is 0-2. Amari Yolas, what a outing on the mound so far. Pitch is swung on and fouled off.
Yolis looking to get his ERA down, and he's been doing that so far today, but he enters with a 9 ERA, 0-2 in 9 appearances and 1 start. Few saves, though, 9 innings of work in total.
The 0-2 pitch swung on and sent foul just down the line on the left side of the field. Becker doing a good job of staying alive here in this at-bat. He's yet to see a ball. He's defending the plate. Fouled off 2 pitches now. Trying to not make this a 1-2-3 inning for the Blues. The 0-2 pitch just misses outside, and that will be the first ball Becker will see in this at-bat. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and sent sky high. It'll go to the left side of the field. Moving over as the 3rd baseman, falling David Aguirre will make the catch for out number 3. The Blues send just 3 to the plate this time. That'll be it for the 4th inning. The score is still 4-0. The Blues will take the field when we get back. Welcome back to Sinsheimer Stadium. It's the top of the 5th inning. The Academy Barons to the plate. Troy Cooper still on the mound. He's at 70 pitches exactly. It looks like his arm's feeling all right, and he will keep throwing out there, helping his team out a lot, especially considering the lack of arms the Blues have today. A little action in the bullpen currently. We'll see how much longer Cooper will go, if he'll finish out this inning or not. To lead it off, he'll face Nick Sanders. Sanders, the number 4 batter for the Oaks, responsible for 3 of the 4 runs scored today. A 3-run homer in the first gave the Barons the first lead of the day. He then struck out looking in the second, also to Troy Cooper. Had to have been a huge confidence boost for Cooper. I mean, he hits a shot at 392 over the left field fence in the top of the first to score the first 3 runs of the game. To strike him out looking, not even swinging, but looking, had to have been huge for Cooper. Was also out number 3, so got to kind of walk it off the mound there. The count is 2-1 to Nick Sanders. Sanders hitting .404 on the season. He's appeared in 16 games. It's his 17th here tonight, and his 16th game started. That one's going to miss outside for ball 3. That home run made it number 3 for him on the season, and his 13th and 14th RBI. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nick Sanders, the leadoff batter of the inning. The pitch swung on and sent to the right side of the field. That'll fall foul. Kyle Becker running over, trying to make the play there, was not in time. And the count is full.
Aside from that first inning where the Barons sent 8 to the plate, Cooper fairly efficient, just 4 or 5 hitters in each of the following 3 innings. He'll look to replicate that efficiency here, but yeah, as you said, a little bit of action in the San Luis Obispo bullpen.
The full count pitch misses low for ball 3. Nick Sanders will head down to first base. A leadoff base runner for the Academy Barons, and David Aguirre will step to the plate.
Coming to the plate now, number 20, David Aguirre.
Looks like just one arm is warming up out there in the bullpen. It's a little hard to see who it is from here. Dean Trainer yet to visit the mound yet for Cooper. We'd likely see him do it twice if he were to pull him in this inning. But also good chance that we'll see Cooper finish this one. First pitch misses high for ball number 1. The Academy Barons, who are currently 17-15 on the season. That one hit to the right side of the field. It'll be foul, but CJ Moran will make the catch for out number 1.
Needed that one if you're Cooper, wanting to get these quick outs, especially after walking the leadoff man. Of course, Moran, a solid rock over there at first base.
Yeah, Moran has done a great job over at first base for the Blues this season. I mean, he's pretty much solidified that position. He's the Torero from the University of San Diego. He dabbled in the outfield just a little bit. It was actually against the Walnut Creek Crawdads in the the second road trip of the season. It was that 5-game trip up north. Moran had headed out to center field. It's kind of fun to see him play a new position, but since then he's really kind of stayed over there at first. At the plate now, it's Bryce Morrison. Morrison, who's reached base twice today. He singled in the first, and then the error by Brendan Comerford, the throw shot over the head of Moran, allowed Morrison to first base in the third. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Off goes Sanders to second. The throw will not be in time. Nick Sanders with a stolen base and a runner in scoring position. Two balls and one strike. The designated hitter at the plate. Morrison's 10th start, 12th appearance. The 2-1, big swing and a miss, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Troy Cooper at 78 pitches. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks so far. The pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 3. Troy Cooper with the 3rd strikeout of the day, this time to Bryce Morrison, the designated hitter. And that is 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, that's one way to restore your mojo. Get a little forwards K, get the people here at Sinsheimer their hot sauce, and get 1 out closer to putting your team in the dugout, needing to score some runs here in the 5th.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the way that the fans react and act during a game, it certainly impacts how the players do on the field. The fans looking for a couple more things to cheer for here, and hot sauce will certainly get them going. At the plate now, it's Isaac Ocampo. There are 2 outs and a runner on second. The count 0-1. The 0-1, low and outside.
Have you gotten a chance to try the slow heat hot sauce, Addy?
I actually tried it when we were at Bon Temps the other day with our little press box breakfast.
What'd you think?
Well, I didn't actually eat it with food. I just put some on my finger and licked it, which maybe wasn't the best way to try out a hot sauce for the first time. I will say I'm more of a thicker kind of hot sauce girl. That's kind of how I do. Valentina, I'll put that on anything. I love some Frank's Red Hot.
You seem to be quite the ball knower in terms of hot sauces. I have not seen this type of knowledge from anyone else I've spoken to.
You know what? I have a very specific taste when it comes to hot sauce. And my biggest thing is I want it to be hot, and I want it to have flavor, of course, but I don't want it to, like, remove all the flavor from what I'm putting it on. And so...
That'll preach.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure that the slow heat would have been a lot better had I put it on, like, my eggs. But it was pretty good. I mean, just having it as it is, it was delicious enough. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could win. I guess I could. I got to go buy a program, actually. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. The deuces are wild as 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. There's a runner on second. It's Isaac Ocampo at the plate. That one will miss low and inside for ball 3, and the count is full. The 4th batter to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Troy Cooper 1 strike away from ending it here, leaving Nick Sanders stranded on second. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. And that is back-to-back strikeouts for Troy Cooper here in the top of the 5th inning. He sits down Isaac Ocampo. The Barons with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The score is still 4-0. The Blues will swing the bats in the bottom half of this inning, looking to combat that deficit here on the Blues Streaming Network.
Back here in San Luis Obispo, bottom 5. Barons lead the Blues 4-0. Mariolis on the mound for inning number 5 of work. So far, so good for him. No runs and just the 1 hit surrendered. He'll deal with Miles Mater, Diego Gonzalez, and Dom Nahar coming to the plate this inning for your San Luis Obispo Blues.
Yeah, the bottom half of the order, which has been pretty dominant throughout the last couple of games that we've played. We've seen a lot of action from them, especially against the Oaks in both of the games. The one yesterday at home and then the one at Ventura College away on Thursday. So we'll see if they can kind of get their bats swinging a little bit more here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Barons, who scored 3 in the first, 1 in the third. A total of 8 hits versus the Blues, as you just mentioned. 1 hit so far in the game. Both teams with an error so far. We'll see what Miles Mater will do here, his second time to the plate. First pitch, fouled off for strike number 1.
I really do think it's going to be up to this bottom of the order to get the Blues off the mat. You talked about it last night. I still can't stop talking about Dom Nahar's bunt single. Did everything right on the play, and that's the type of momentum game shifter that the Blues need, as that one might have gotten a piece of Mater, and it did.
Yeah, it looks like that one hit Mater. I mean, a big fall there from Mater in the box. I mean, a total reaction. You can't doubt that that one hit him. I mean, he immediately drops down. He'll head over to first. He looks to be all right, and once again, the Blues will take a base runner in any way that they can. This is the second hit by pitch in the game. The first was to Kyle Becker. Now here to Miles Mater. And I mean, it's a leadoff base runner no matter how you look at it for Diego Gonzalez, who steps to the plate.
Well, as the saying goes, we got ice.
Rub a little dirt on it. That's the one I like to use the most.
There we go.
First pitch to Gonzalez. It's going to be a ball 1. Amari Yolas, that was his 3rd hit by pitch so far on the season. He just had 1 entering this game. A throw over to first. Big dive from Mater. He'll be safe. Gonzalez flew out to left field in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That one's going to get away from the catcher. Mater will head over to second. That'll be a pass ball for Miles Mater to advance to second. And the second ball of the at-bat. In the squat for the Barons, it's Isaac Ocampo. That pitch is going to miss way high for ball number 3. A runner on second. It's Miles Mater at the plate. Diego Gonzalez, the 3-0. He shows bunt, pulls it back. That'll be strike number 1.
Interesting strategy on the part of Gonzalez, but it makes sense. 3-0 as a corner infielder. You're probably not expecting the batter to show bunt, especially lefty there. So trying to keep this Barons defense on their toes as well.
The 3-1 misses high, and Gonzalez will draw a walk for the first time in the game. The Blues have 2 runners on the pads at the same time. On second, it's Miles Mater. Diego Gonzalez just heads down to first, drawing a walk. And to the plate, it's Dom Nahar.
Nahar turned 21 yesterday. Great way to celebrate his birthday with the Blues victory, and he was a big part of that as well in that 9-hole. We talked about the bunt at least 3 times on the broadcast at this point. Like I said, can't get over the fundamentals of small ball, doing everything right, doing the little things right to make an impact for your team. All of a sudden, a great opportunity for him with runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the 5th.
Yeah, and it's bunting kind of a lost art a little bit. We're definitely losing it at the higher levels and the collegiate and professional level. So to see Dom Nahar lay a bunt down like that, and still reach first. I mean, I know you just mentioned we've talked about it so much, but it was so impressive. It's hard not to. Definitely changed the tide there in the bottom of the ninth and allowed Chavez to come to the plate. That little error over at shortstop. We'll see Dom Nahar now. He grounded out to first base in the bottom of the third inning. And CC strike one. Dom Nahar, who's moved around in the lineup quite a bit. We saw him hitting in the 2 spot for quite some time. Dean Trainer, who typically likes to have a lefty in the 2 hole. Now it's CJ Moran, but Dom Nahar, who I kind of prefer to see towards the end of the lineup. What he does so well and is what's so crucial for that 9 spot is to bring the top of the order back up to the plate, and he does a great job of that in the 9 spot. Of course, there's no outs here in the 5th, so we're likely to see Chavez to the plate. The count is 1-2 to Dom Nahar. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch misses way outside for ball number 2, and the count is even.
Adding on to that, Addy, I think when you have a guy like Nahar who's in the 9 hole, but he's got the speed, he can lay down a bunt, it almost acts like you have a second leadoff hitter in a way, to where he can, like you said, bring up, flip that lineup card over, but at the same time make an impact playing small ball and doing the fundamentals right at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, 100%. It's kind of the nice luxury for the coaching staff for the Blues. I mean, they've got a lot of good hitters in their lineup to the point where they literally can have 2 guys who could fill that number 1 spot, and to be able to put one of them at the 9 hole and trust him to be able to bring the top of the order up. I mean, it's a luxury that not a lot of teams have in the CCL, but the Blues fortunate enough here to have Dom Nahar and Cesar Chavez. The 2-2 swung on and sent to the left side. Coming in is Nick Sanders. He'll make the catch for out number 1. No runners will go. Miles Mader will stay on second, and Diego Gonzalez on first. And Cesar Chavez will step to the plate.
Honestly, a little bit of an excuse me swing there from Nahar. Looked like he was pretty late on it. Didn't know if he wanted to swing or not. Got to be a little bit more decisive if you're going to see that one find a hole in the outfield. But we were talking about Chavez and his turn now. Still less than 2 outs. RBI opportunity for the leadoff man.
Chavez reached base in the first inning off an error by the shortstop. The first base runner of the game for the Blues is strike 1. A drop third in the 3rd inning gets him out for the 2nd out. He now comes to the plate with just 1 and 2 runners on the pads. The 0-1 misses low and inside. The Blues in desperate need of taking advantage of these base runners. I mean, they've only had 3 before this inning. It's their first time with 2 runners on the pads at the same time and 1 out. It's the top of the order at the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Sorry, the 1-1 misses low and outside for ball number 2. Cesar Chavez out in center field for the Blues. The 2-1 pitch misses low and outside for ball number 3. Ahead of the count here. Just 1 strike against him. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. The Blues are still trailing 5-0. Just 1 hit on the day. It was CJ Moran who's warming up in the on-deck circle currently. The 3-1, swinging and sends it over to the second baseman who fields it, sends it to second base to get Diego Gonzalez out. Cesar Chavez will reach on a fielder's choice. That's out number 2, but Miles Mader advances to third, a runner 90 feet away from putting the first run on the board for the Blues.
Batting down number 24, CJ Moran.
CJ Moran to the plate. The only Blues batter with a hit in the game so far today. A single in the third inning. Sent it over to left center field. He was left over there on first to end the third. First pitch misses high and inside for ball one.
Should also note this is the first time a Blues base runner has occupied third base in the ball game thus far tonight. Talked about getting them off the mat offensively, the one hit, and
that one hit up the middle over to the shortstop. He will touch second himself for out number 3, and that is it for the 5th inning. The Blues send 5 batters to the plate, no runs scored, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. The score is still 4-0 as we head into the top of the 6th inning here on the Blues Streaming Network. top of the 6th inning, a new pitcher on the mound for the Blues. It's Parker Crystal. He's going to come in for Troy Cooper. It's his first appearance here at Sinsheimer. He played a couple of days ago down in Santa Barbara. He pitched just 1/3 of an inning with 1 hit, 4 runs scored, 3 of them earned, with 3 walks and no strikeouts. He faces Anthony Murphy to lead it off here in the top of the 6th. First pitch, strike 1.
Interesting note on Murphy. He was drafted this year in the MLB draft, 16th round, pick 46 to the Washington Nationals.
The 0-1 swung on and sent foul over by the taco truck here at Sinsheimer. The fans taking over the stands here at Sinsheimer. It's a firework game tonight. It's the last Saturday of regular season play and the 80th birthday of the SLO Blues. The count is 0-2 to Anthony Murphy. It's Parker Crystal on the mound now for the Blues. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and that is strike out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Parker Crystal faces his first batter and strikes him out. A early out for the Blues here in the top of the 6th.
Movement down the third base line in the Barons bullpen. It appears to be Tate Fuxen, the right-hander, walking around the mound, getting stretched out. Potentially could be coming into the game next inning.
That one's hit over to third base. It's Israel Espinoza. Brendan Comerford will fire it over to first. He takes a couple of hops there, settling down, and makes the throw for out number 2. Comerford responsible for an error in the top of the 3rd inning, kind of taking his time with the play over there. I mean, it was a much easier ball hit his direction. He had more time to take a breath, a couple of steps, and fire it over to first. And the top of the order now at the plate, it's Elijah Clayton. That one's gonna miss way a ways, all the way to the backstop for ball 1. Clayton, who's reached base twice today, both singles, one in the 1st and then another in the 4th, paired with a ground out to shortstop in the 2nd. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch misses high and inside for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. There's 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch misses low. That's ball 3 to Elijah Clayton. Parker Crystal, his debut here at Sinsheimer. It's a fireworks show. A fun crowd for him to get his first chance on the mound. That's coming in for strike number 1. The count 3-1 to Elijah Clayton. Crystal looking to work his way back through this count.
Quick 2 outs for the new entry, Crystal, from the bullpen. That's what the doctor ordered. What this Blue staff needs is some of that consistency down the stretch, being able to tie together outs in an inning.
The 3-1 comes in as strike number 2. Crystal has worked his way back through this at bat. The count runs full to the leadoff batter, Elijah Clayton. The 3-2 misses just inside. Elijah Clayton will head to the pads for the 3rd time today. He draws a walk in a full pitch count. And to the plate is AG Sawamura. Sawamura reached in the 2nd, a single followed by a stolen base. Eventually makes his way to third. He's left on a strikeout swinging in the fourth. Throw over to first base. It'll not be in time. Troy Cooper, the starting pitcher for the Blues, he went 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 of them looking. Of course, that home run in the first inning by Nick Sanders. That one's going to miss way a ways over the head of Sawamura, and Clayton will head to second. That was a wild pitch, allowing Clayton a base, and ball number 2 to Sawamura. That one up at the head of the batter. He drops to the floor to get out of the way of that one. There are 2 outs, a runner on second. The lights are on here at Sinsheimer. Cristal taking his time on the mound. The 2-0 just misses outside for ball number 3. That's 3 straight balls to Sawamura. On second stands Elijah Clayton. 2 outs. That one's going to come in as a called strike 1. Miles Mader is going to go meet his pitcher on the mound. He'll be trying to calm him down. He struck out the first batter of the inning, a ground out to the second, and then that walk to Elijah Clayton. The count now 3-1 to Sawamura.
With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, there is action in the San Luis Obispo bullpen. Looks to be a left-hander. We'll see what Dean Trainer's strategy is.
Sorry, the count is 2-1 here to Sawamura. Parker Cristal on the mound. That one's going to be swung on and sent high to left center. Coming over is Cesar Chavez. He'll make the catch for out number 3. The Barons with no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. The score is still 4-0. The Barons who have scored in the first and the third. The Blues who have yet to put a runner across home plate yet today. They'll swing the bats when we get back in the bottom half of the 6th. It's the bottom of the 6th inning here at Sinsheimer. It's a firework game. The fans are filled the stadium here. It's Brendan Comerford to the plate here in the bottom half of the sixth. The Blues are chasing 4. Just 1 hit so far in the game today. First pitch inside for ball 1. The solo hit coming from CJ Moran in the third. Big swing and a miss for strike 1.
One thing I always love about the fans here at Sinsheimer is they're into the game no matter the score, no matter the situation. Never count this crowd out. They're always in it with the team.
Big swing. That one sent sky high. Going back is the catcher, and he'll make it over at the fence in front of the Blues fans. Comerford disappointed, and he'll head back into the dugout. That's out number 1 early on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Ethan Johnson, the designated hitter, will step to the plate.
Yeah, just a good play by Ocampo there. That is one of the toughest plays to make as a catcher. It's a pop fly in foul territory. You got to shed the mask immediately, get to the spot, figure out where that warning track is, figure out where that wall is. Sun's going down here, lights are coming on, a lot of factors, but he makes the play for an early out number 1.
Yeah, that one right to the fence there. Especially considering the amount of fans here at Sinsheimer, a lot of people staring right back at him, but he turns around in time, he finds that one, makes the catch. For out number 1, it's Ethan Johnson at the plate now. He sees ball 1. That one's gonna miss high and outside again for ball number 2.
It's always interesting too, that exact play. You practice that during every game with the infield in and out. Coach will usually take a fungo and hit one straight up behind home plate, but off a fungo and a coach, and off a live batter, often 2 very different things. So tough play to make, but he made it.
2-0, misses outside again. That's 3 straight balls to Ethan Johnson, who struck out in the first and flew out to left in the fourth. It's just his 3rd time at the plate today. And that one misses outside. He will draw a walk, a base runner for the Blues. The Blues, who have left 5 on base so far in this game, they just have not been able to capitalize on their base runners. Again, it's just 1 hit so far. It's Cesar Chavez, who reached on an error in the first, a hit by pitch to Kyle Becker in the second, that single by CJ Moran in the third, and then the hit by pitch again to Mater in the 5th, and then the fielder's choice to Gonzalez. Sorry, the walk to Gonzalez in the 6th, and then Chavez again reaches on a fielder's choice. The Blues have put a runner to the bags in every inning except for the 4th. At the plate now, it's Diego Murillo. The count is 1-1 with 1 out and 1 runner on first. The 1-1. It's going to be called strike 2. Murillo flew out to center in the 2nd, ground out to the shortstop in the 4th. Just 1 out here. The lights are on, illuminating the field, the sun going down. Murillo will swing for strike number 3 and out 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Coming to the plate now for San Luis Obispo, number 43, Kyle Becker.
Amari Yola still on the mound for the Barons. A total of 91 pitches across 5 2/3 innings pitched so far. He faces Kyle Becker now. That one's going to be swung on and sent over to the shortstop. The throw will be in time, and that is out number 3. It's 6 innings complete here at Sinsheimer. The score is 4-0. the Blues leave another runner on the pads. We will head into the top of the 7th inning. The Blues looking to keep the Barons from scoring any more runs here and hopefully catching up in the bottom half of the 2nd. We will have it all here on the Blues Streaming Network when we get back.
Back here with you from Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo. It's Addy Daudet and Jacob Lee. Barons lead the Blues 4-0. Score update from the out-of-town scoreboard. The Walnut Creek Crawdads have extended their lead against the Sonoma Stompers at Arnold Field. They're up 8-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. So SLO's going to need to mount a late inning comeback here if they want any control of their playoff destiny. Like we said, for the Blues to finish in first, they need to win out and Walnut Creek to go 1-1, or Walnut Creek to lose both of their final 2 games, which largely looks unlikely as we enter the 7th inning. 4-0 Barons.
Lucky for the Blues, they've clinched that playoff spot no matter what. So regardless of how the rest of this week ends for both the Blues and the Crawdads, they will play a playoff game. It just might be on a Tuesday versus Wednesday. It would be that wild card slot. It would be at home, most likely against the Sonoma Stompers. And they'd get another opportunity to keep this season going. At the plate now, it's Jason Del Villar. He's facing Parker Cristall, who came in the 6th inning. He faced just 4 batters with a leadoff strikeout to Anthony Murphy, and then a ground out to Espinoza, a walk to the leadoff batter Elijah Clayton, and then a fly out to center finished the top half of that inning. Pretty effective on the mound so far. It's his debut here at Sinsheimer. Swung on and sent over to second base. Diego Gonzalez, an effort to make that one. It'll be a base hit as it trickles in to right field for Del Villar.
Action in both bullpens now. As I said earlier, the Barons have Tate Foxon up and moving around, the right-hander. A couple guys loosening up for San Luis Obispo, but no one really throwing off the bullpen mound yet. Got to consider, like we said in the open, how will Dean Traynor manage this pitching staff with only a few guys available, and still you got tomorrow's game too against the Riptide.
Nick Sanders now at the plate, the home run hitter in the 1st inning, responsible for the first 3 runs scored It was 96 miles per hour off the bat, sailed 392 feet over the left field fence. He then struck out looking to Troy Cooper in the second and then walked in the fifth. He comes to the plate to face Parker Cristall for the first time. The count 1-0. A runner stands on first. It's Del Villar. A single to right field puts him on. And that one's going to miss low for ball 2. Nick Sanders, the right fielder for the Barons. It's his 4th time to the plate. 2-0 misses way inside. That's 3 straight balls to Sanders. Sanders hitting .404 across 16 games, 15 of them starts. Parker Cristall on the mound for the Blues. The 3-0, that'll miss inside, and Sanders will draw a walk. That's 2 base runners for the Barons here in the top of the 7th inning. Jason Del Villar will advance over to second, and David Aguirre to the plate.
20 for the Barons, David Aguirre at the plate.
First 2 guys getting on the base paths for the academy. And here comes a mound visit from head coach Dean Trainer. Maybe he'll calm down Chris Stahl out there. He's put the first 2 guys on, give his bullpen guys a few more moments to get loose. But he might have a short leash here. We'll see.
It's Dean Trainer's first time to the mound in the game so far. The entire time we saw Cooper on the mound, there was no mound visits. It's going to be a short one here. Just a few words spoken, I imagine, and Trainer will head back to the dugout. There is action in the Blues bullpen, and yeah, most likely just giving them time to warm up. I mean, you see that all the time. They'll come in, use one of the 2 mound visits that they have. And David Aguirre will step to the plate. He'll face Chris Stahl. Runners on first and second. It's Nick Sanders at first, Jason Del Villar on second. The corner infielders on the grass. Shows bunt. He'll lay that one down the third base side. It's Brendan Comerford who will look to make the catch, but a little mishap, a little miscommunication with the catcher, Miles Mader, and no one picks up that ball, which means David Aguirre will reach first safely, and just like that, the bases are loaded here with no outs in the top of the 7th inning.
Comerford made the approach from third base, so did Mader up the line from his position at catcher. I feel like both of them were looking at it, trying to somehow Carlton Fisk that ball foul, but it never went foul. Ball stayed fair. Perfectly placed ball by Aguirre to get on first base and load these bases.
I imagine Comerford was thinking that maybe Mader would pick it up and send it down to third base, seeing as Del Villar was headed that way, and vice versa. Mader assuming that Comerford was going to pick that one up and send it over to first to try to get out David Aguirre. Both of them kind of jumping out of the way from hitting each other. Obviously, not a lot of communication down there on the field. To the plate now, it's Bryce Morrison, the designated hitter. He will swing and miss. The count is now 0-1. The bases are loaded. The corner infielders, Moran and Comerford on the infield grass. Gonzalez at second and Murillo at shortstop, pushed back just a little bit. It's Bryce Morrison at the plate. The 0-1 misses in the dirt. That one's going to get a little away from Mader. He will hurry and catch it. Jason Del Villar will stay on third.
Great play by Mader to prevent that one from getting to the backstop, which surely would have scored a run. Here at Sinsheimer, there's a lot of foul ground behind home plate, and there's, 25, 30 feet from home plate to the backstop, which can make this place really an offensive park in that regard with balls in dirt, but prevents the damage there.
It's also a net behind home plate, not a wall, so you're not really getting bounce back there either if it was to make it to the net. That one's going to be hit on over to the first baseman, CJ Moran, with a huge effort to get that off of the big hop. He will not glove it, and that will bring in Jason Del VR and Nick Sanders for runs 5 and 6. Bryce Morrison makes his way to second. That'll be a 2 RBI double. And the Barons increase their lead here in the 7th. They score 2 more. That'll be the 11th hit. The score is now 6-0. David Aguirre will advance to third. Morrison stands on second, and Isaac Ocampo to the plate.
Perfectly placed baseball down there in the first base line, got right over the head and the outstretched glove of CJ Moran. Not a whole lot he could do. He was playing in, trying to shield against that bunt, but just continuing to lay it on here for the Barons.
The pitch swung on and sent over to the third baseman. It looks like that one hit the ground first, foul. So that'll be strike 1. The infield all on the grass. There's a runner on third. It's David Aguirre. Another on second. It's Bryce Morrison. Isaac Ocampo at the plate. There are no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. It's Parker Crystal on the mound. His second time to the mound in the game today. No balls and 1 strike. Lazy swing from Ocampo for strike number 2. Clearly did not really want to swing at that one there. His momentum took it across the plate. We'll see how long Crystal's leash is here.
I mean, I have reason to believe that if he lets another run or 2 in, that might be it for him. He might get that hook from Dean Traynor. I've got one guy in the bullpen for San Luis Obispo at the moment.
The 0-2 way outside, an effort by Miles Mater to keep that one in the glove for ball number 1. Obviously, that first inning was pretty detrimental. I mean, 8 batters to the plate against Troy Cooper, including that 3-run homer from Nick Sanders. We never saw Dean Traynor come to the mound in Troy Cooper's appearance in any of the innings. The 1-2 hit foul down the third base side.
I think part of that is to your earlier point where the pattern that you've been seeing with these Blues pitchers, the starting pitchers at least, is taking an inning or 2 to get settled in. I mean, other than that first inning, not a whole lot of bad news on the part of Troy Cooper. So I think that could have been strategic on the part of Traynor to, hey, not disrupt his guys' flow, especially when, you know what, you give up a homer, get right back in there, get to work, prevent the damage before it spirals out of control.
The 1-2 will miss low and outside. And to that, I mean, Troy Cooper has been here for a majority of this season. This is Parker Crystal's first time playing here at Sinsheimer. I mean, he played down in Santa Barbara a few days ago. But
just a very different atmosphere.
Very different atmosphere, especially considering it's the last Saturday. The game is sold out. I mean, there's over 2,000 fans here. I mean, it's a much different game, especially with the playoffs looming so close. The 2-2 is going to hit Isaac Ocampo on the front foot. He will fall to the ground. That one must have gotten him hard there, coming in from Crystal at 90 miles per hour. That'll bring out the athletic trainer to the field. I mean, Ocampo now sitting down on the ground. Had to have been hit real hard. I mean, if it hits you right there on that bone on your ankle, I mean, that hurts. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, that one stings for a while. He's still on the ground. The athletic trainer out to the field.
I think Ocampo is going to be taken out of this ball game. The coach just made a motion to the base path. I don't think it would be great for him to stay in this ball game, especially when that's your foot. Obviously, you need that to run, and that's, as a right-handed hitter, that's his plant foot. So when you're leading off a base, that your first step off the bag is with your left foot, but I think he's going to begin that slow walk down to first base and stay in this ball game.
I mean, there he goes. He's trotting down to first.
Heavy limp on that right side.
Heavy limp. He'll slow it down. He's going to walk his way to first base now. I mean, sometimes those kind of things, they sting for a minute. You get a second to calm down, and he'll make his way to first. But before that, Dean Trainer back out to the mound. He'll motion to the bullpen. That will be it for Parker Cristall. He went just one full inning. He's faced already 4 batters. Sorry, make that 5 with Isaac Ocampo. 5 batters in the 7th with no outs. We will let you know who's coming in to pitch when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network.
Welcome back to Sinsheimer. It's a 6-0 Barons lead in the top of the 7th. There is a pitching change. It'll be Felix Stork taking the hill for San Luis Obispo. At the Open, we mentioned he was one of a few pitchers available. The only guy, to my knowledge, available at this point will be Lucas Shannon, but for now it'll be Stork, left-hander from Stonehill College. Cristall departs after one full inning of work. And Stork will deal with the 8-9-1 in this Barons lineup.
Anthony Murphy now stepping into the plate. He'll be the first one to see Felix Stork. Runners on every single base. David Aguirre on third. Bryce Morrison on second. It's Isaac Ocampo on first. The score 6-0. The Barons leading the Blues here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch. Outside at 85 miles per hour for ball 1.
Stork enters the day, 6.75 ERA, 1-0 in 6 appearances, 9 1/3 innings of work.
Anthony Murphy at the plate out in left field today. Quarter infielders on the infield grass. That one misses way a ways for ball 2. Murphy, who lined out to second base in the first inning, came up to the plate again in the top of the third, where he grounded into a double play and then struck out swinging in the 6th. He's yet to reach base today. The bases are loaded here with no outs in the top of the 7th. The Barons have already scored 2. The 2-1 in the dirt. Mater will keep it in front. No runners will go.
Tell you what, I find it interesting that only the corners are in here with the bases loaded and no out, as opposed to the entire infield. Looks like if that ball's hit up the middle to either of the Diegos, I should say, second baseman and shortstop, they're looking to turn that double play and sacrifice the run. Interesting defensive alignment, but hey, if you can get outs at this point, you will.
Yeah, I think considering, the lack of depth in the bullpen, I mean, outs are pretty crucial here. The 3-1 hit high out into center field. Going back is Cesar Chavez. He will hit off of his glove. He will not make the catch. That brings in David Aguirre. Round comes Bryce Morrison. They'll score 2 more runs here in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be an error on the center fielder, Cesar Chavez. He goes back. I mean, it was a hard hit ball out to center field, 99 miles per hour off of the bat of Anthony Murphy. Chavez, I mean, gets to the ball in time. He's running to make the catch. It bounces out of his glove and trickles to the left side. He picks it up and makes the throw in, but that'll be that'll be 2 more runs scored for the Barons, and Anthony Murphy will now stand on second. The infielders now all on the infield grass. Still no outs here in the 7th.
Again, I think this is an interesting strategy too, because you have first base open, so if you're going forward, it has to be a tag play, and that runner on third is in no obligation to go on the ground. He might test them, but obviously looking to cut off the run at home.
The 0-1 sent foul over the first base side for strike number 2. Felix Stork on the mound for the Blues. He comes in for Parker Crystal. There's still no outs. The count 0-2 to Israel Espinoza. Pitch misses high and outside for ball 1.
Should also note those 2 runs that just came in will be charged to Crystal as Stork inherited his base runners. The only batter that Stork has faced in Murphy has reached base on that error by Chavez out in center field. He's on second base now.
The 1-2, and that is a called strike 3 to Israel Espinoza. And that'll be the first out here in the top of the 7th inning. A crucial strikeout there, not only for the confidence of Felix Stork, but I mean, runners on the base paths, both of them in scoring position. An out was heavily needed there. A strikeout makes it all the more sweeter.
Yeah, always great to give the fans their slow heat hot sauce, give them something to cheer about. Thus far, not a lot of offense as we've seen, and pitching looking to dial it in here down the stretch, down 8.
It's the top of the order, Elijah Clayton. He's the 8th batter to the plate in this inning. He sees ball 1 low and outside. Clayton, who's reached base 3 in the 4 at-bats he's had so far today. Big swing, and that's going to go to the right side of the field. It's going to fall out into the Blues bullpen for strike number 1.
Blues bullpen, which is surprisingly not very active right now. A couple guys walking around with baseballs, but not a lot of serious movement. Perhaps this is Stork's inning to finish, regardless of what happens, but you got to think Dean Trainor's got a backup plan down there if those two base runners come in to score.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's 2 runners on the pads. It's Anthony Murphy on second and Isaac Ocampo on third. Ball comes in from the visiting bullpen over to Brendan Comerford at third base.
That was a weird angle. I don't even know how that baseball got onto the field, but maybe an errant throw perhaps. But that, I mean, the bullpens are quite off to the side of the field here behind the fence. We talked about the big foul territory. That was just strange to say the least.
Infield still on the infield grass. The 1-1 is swung on for strike number 2 to Clayton at the plate. Fans beginning to clap along for their hot sauce. Israel Espinoza, who was just struck out by Felix Stork for the first out.
Only thing better than 1 hot sauce giveaway in an inning is 2 of them.
The 1-2. Elijah Clayton at the plate. The pitch is swung on and missed. And that is out number 2, both of which strikeouts coming from Felix Stork. Another lucky fan will go home with a bottle of hot sauce here today. That's 2 in the top of the 7th inning. And the 9th batter of the inning will come to the plate. It's Eiji Sawamura.
What do you think appears in your mirror if you say Sawamura 5 times fast?
I mean, I don't know if I want to find out. Sawamura out in center. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Mater will hold on to it, keep it in front. He'll go and meet his pitcher on the mound. Maybe a little of a miscommunication there.
Tell you what, not out of the woods yet, obviously, but good on Felix Stork for coming into this game. Sure, he allowed a couple runs, but to batten down the hatches and to get 2 straight strikeouts, get his team 1 out closer to getting in the dugout, now being able to take a breath and talk to his catcher. Incredible resolve from the left-hander.
Yeah, I mean, he inherits 3 base runners. I mean, it's not easy,
no easy task
to come in that kind of situation. He's done a good job of at least calming himself down. I mean, he's got those first 2 outs all by himself. Of course, there's 2 runners still on the pads. The infield's now pushed back, looking for that out number 3. I mean, it's the 9th batter to the plate for the Academy Barons. And Stork just looking to finish this one. I mean, give his team a little bit of a breath. We count now 2-0 to Sawamura.
And we will have that aforementioned bottom of the order coming up for the Blues, 7, 8, 9 in the bottom half after stretch time. So we'll see what they can do, flip that lineup card over and get some momentum going on fireworks night.
2 balls and no strike. That one's going to miss way inside for the 3rd straight ball to Sawamura. I mean, we talk about Felix Stork and his determination on the mound here. He's definitely got to reel this one back in a little bit, take a breath, get situated, finish out this top half of the inning, send the Blues batters to the plate. It's 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch misses high and inside, and Sawamura will draw a walk just like that. The bases are loaded once again here in the 7th inning. The score already 8-0. The Academy Barons at the plate. On third stands Isaac Ocampo. On second is Anthony Murphy, and Sawamura now heads to first on a walk.
We're just going to say it's so easy, I think, for a lot of young pitchers when they get 2 straight Ks like that to maybe start overthrowing and always trying to pitch for that strikeout, which isn't always necessary. Hey, trust your defense, pitch to contact, get your team back in the dugout. It's a team game.
First pitch misses outside for ball number 1. At the plate now, it's Jason Del Villar. It's his 2nd time to the plate here in the 7th.
On the bright side, with that walk, you now have a force play at any bag. So there's that option available for a little squibber in the infield.
1 ball, no strikes. That one's going to miss outside once again for ball number 2. Felix Stork getting a little bit away from him here in the 7th. 4 runs have already scored in this inning. The bases are loaded once again. VR, who walked in the first, singled in the 2nd, and in the 7th in his first at-bat of this inning. That one's going to miss inside for ball number 3. It'll get a little bit away from Mater there. He'll keep it in front.
Time for some deep breaths on the part of Felix Stork as he circles the mound and gets ready to deliver again. Try to regain his composure, as we said. Great resolve to get those back-to-back Ks. Now time to get his team in the dugout. Stop the bleeding.
The count is 3-0. It's Jason Delvier. That one's going to miss high and outside. He will draw a walk. That will send in Isaac Ocampo for run number 5 here in the 7th and 9 overall in the game today. Little action happening in the Blues bullpen. The bases are still loaded. Everyone will advance a bag. Anthony Murphy over to 3rd. A.G. Sawamura to 2nd. And, of course, Delvier to 1st. With that, the right fielder and home run hitter Nick Sanders comes to the plate.
Number 2, Nick Sanders at the plate.
The first pitch, a called strike number 1. Nick Sanders, as we've mentioned quite a bit here, a home run in the first inning. Other than that, a strikeout looking in 2 walks. He walked earlier on in this inning. The count is 0-1. The pitch misses way inside. Mater will keep that one in front. It looks like it hit Nick Sanders there, and that will bring in another run. Anthony Murphy will score. A hit by pitch advances every base runner. Nick Sanders will head to first. He seems to be all right. That one hitting his front foot. And that's double digits for the Barons. Run number 10. Again, no action from the dugout. We don't see Dean Trainer or any of the other coaches looking to make an effort out to Stork on the mound. They're just going to let the kid keep fighting here. I mean, 2 strikeouts for the first 2 outs. It was a strikeout looking, followed immediately by a strikeout swinging. He's got to gain a little control here. A leadoff strike to David Aguirre.
Yeah, I mean, that's one small way to do it, is you walk a couple guys, hit a guy. Best you can do. First pitch, strike, build off of that. Build each pitch off of the previous one.
That one's going to be hit foul over the first base side, and that's strike number 2.
Love to see it. Like I said, stacking those pitches and an early 0-2 advantage. Now the job will be to close the door on Aguirre.
Sawamura at 3rd. It's Delvier on 2nd. Nick Sanders on 1st. Stork way ahead of the count here. It's 0-2. There's 2 outs. The pitch swung on and sent foul over to the Blues dugout, and he will stay alive in this at-bat. The Blues crowd trying to pump up the defense on the field. Aguirre, the 12th batter to the plate in this inning. That one's going to miss outside for ball number 1. Stork shakes off the first 2, taking his time on the mound. It's Aguirre at the plate. The bases are loaded. The 1-2 pitch swung on and sent foul again over the first base side. He is battling in this at bat, not wanting to let go of the 3 runners on the pads. The count is 1-2. Felix Stork, who came in for Parker Crystal in this inning. Already 6 runners scored. That one swung on and sent up the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman. It'll trickle into left field to Dom Nahar. That'll score 1 more run. It's Eiji Sawamura for run number 11, number 7 of the inning, and a base hit for Aguirre scores 1 more run, and that brings out Dean Traynor to the mound. First time he'll see Felix Stork. And that'll be it for Felix Stork here in the 7th. The Blues just 1 out away from heading into the bottom half of the inning. We will let you know who's coming in for Felix Stork when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. On the mound now for the Blues, it's Lucas Shannon. It's the right-handed pitcher from the University of San Diego. He'll come in and inherit 3 base runners and face Bryce Morrison in his first appearance on the mound in the game. Morrison makes it batter number 13 in this inning. There are 2 outs. On first, it's David Aguirre. On second, it's Nick Sanders. And on third, Jason Del Villar. A wild pitch scores 1 more run here in the 7th. Make that number 12 in the game. Jason Del Villar, the one to come in, and Aguirre will advance to third. Nick Sanders to third, and Aguirre to second. That one's going to be hit off of the shins of the pitcher Lucas Shannon, and then dribble over to the shortstop, who will make the throw to first in time. That is out number 3. The Academy Barons score 8 runs in the top of the 7th inning. 13 batters to the plate. A long 7th inning here. We will stretch it out here at Sinsheimer before we see the Blues bats when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. The score here at Sinsheimer is 12-0. The Academy Barons scoring 8 more runs in the top of the 7th inning. The Blues send 3 pitchers to the mound. Lucas Shannon's the one to finish it out. 4 hits, score 8 runs. The first out, a strikeout looking thanks to Felix Stork, followed immediately by a strikeout swinging again to Felix Stork, and then the inning ends on a ground out to shortstop. It was Lucas Shin on the mound at the time. 13 base runners for the Academy Barons. Leading it off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, it's going to be Miles Mader. We'll see if he can get something going here in the bottom of the 7th. It's the Blues' 80th birthday here at Sinsheimer. If you can see on the stream, some streamers hanging over the fence by the home plate dugout. A little bit of a celebration confetti for all the fans who showed up to support the Blues today. But first, it's the bottom of the 7th inning with Miles Mader at the plate. First pitch, a called strike 1.
Pitcher on the mound for the Barons, number 53, the right-hander Tate Foxen.
It'll be a new pitcher for the Academy Barons coming in for Amari Yolas, who went 6 innings as that one's hit sky high to the right side of the field. It's going to be the first baseman, Jason Del Villar, to make the catch for out number 1. An early out for the new pitcher, Tate Foxen, the right-handed senior for the Academy Barons.
Number 10, the second baseman, Diego Gonzalez.
Wearing number 53. It's just his second appearance so far on the season for the Barons. To the plate now, it's Diego Gonzalez. First pitch, a ball.
Mentioned Foxen's name a couple times as he was warming up in the bullpen. I mean, he was up and moving around for quite some time down there as some of these innings wore on. We'll see how that factors into his performance.
It's going to be strike number 1 to Diego Gonzalez. There's one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A pop out by Miles Mader over to the first baseman. Makes out number 1. The Blues now trailing by 12 runs, just 1 hit so far on the day. Gonzalez will hit that one off the hands to the first base side. A little bobble by the first baseman, by the pitcher, and Gonzalez will reach base on an error by the pitcher. An error by the pitcher. He bobbles that ball. He goes to barehand it to try to pick it up and send it to the first baseman. He doesn't make the play to first. And error number 2 for the Academy Barons, and it awards the Blues a base runner here in the 7th.
Take it any way you can get it at this point. Looked like Foxen just was looking to the bag to make a flip or make a tag before he fielded that ball cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, that one, it wasn't hit very hard down the first base side, but it kind of trickled down the line as that one is laced between the second and first baseman into right field by Dom Nahar. That is hit number 2 here against the Academy Barons, and moves Diego Gonzalez over to second. The Blues, for just the second time today, have 2 base runners on the pads at the same time, and that brings up the top of the order, Cesar Chavez. Chavez, who's reached base twice so far today. The first time it was an error by the shortstop in the bottom of the first inning, and then a fielder's choice in the 5th. Check swing is a called strike 1. It's Cesar Chavez at the plate. The count is 0-1. Diego Gonzalez on second, Dom Nahar on first. The pitch, big swing and a miss for strike number 2. The new pitcher, Foxen, ahead of the count here to the leadoff batter. Foxen taking his time on the mound. Cesar Chavez, the 0-2, is swung on and missed. That is strike number 3. A 3-pitch out there to Cesar Chavez. And that makes it number 2 and brings up CJ Moran, the only other batter in the lineup for the Blues to record a hit in this game. He comes to the plate with 2 runners on and 2 outs.
Yeah, good opportunity for an RBI for Moran. Get this Blues team on the board at long last in what was a grueling top half of the inning.
0-2 misses high for ball number 1. Yeah, I mean,
did anybody get the time of that inning?
It had to have been over 30 to 40 minutes, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for our 7th inning stretch singers, the Central Coast Harmony Chorus, standing down there in front of the press box for ages, it felt like.
That one misses outside again for ball number 2. I mean, we're at about 2 hours and 40-ish minutes so far in the game, and it's just the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a firework show here at Sinsheimer. Stepping off the bag is Foxen. He'll toss it over to the shortstop, who was not over by the bag.
I mean, he wasn't even making an attempt to throw it to the bag. He just threw it to the shortstop. A nice little alley-oop, I guess, over to Clayton, about 10 feet to the right of the second base bag, but checking on his runner. 2-0.
The 2-0 swung on and missed. A huge swing by Moran there. I mean, swinging out of his shoes there a little bit. His front foot stepping out of the batter's box for strike number 1. I mean, Moran kind of Hail Marying at this point, trying to do anything to bring in as many runs as he can right now. The wind starting to die down. You can still see the flag pumping ever so slightly out in center field. The 2-1 pitch. And that's a called strike 2. That one Moran clearly disagrees with. It was pretty low and out there per the TrackMan strike zone. That one missed low and outside. But evidently the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on the pads. It's the number 2 batter at the plate. The pitch swung on and fouled back to the backstop, currently covered in streamers.
That'll be fun to clean up.
I'm so excited to do that later. But it is the 80th birthday of the SLO Blues.
Going all out. Love to see it. Fireworks coming up later, but a couple more innings to go.
The 2-2 swung on and sent foul over the third base side. A nice hack by Moran there, just sent foul. The Blues with just 2 hits today compared to the Barons' 12. They've yet to score a run yet. It's the bottom of the 7th. Called time. The catcher will go meet his pitcher on the mound. It's Isaac Ocampo in the squat. Tate Foxen on the mound now. Ocampo will head back to behind home plate. Foxen back on the mound. It's CJ Moran. The pitch swung on and fouled off once again. Moran is fighting these pitches off, refusing to leave that box yet. There's 2 runners on the pads. The Blues in desperate need of putting a couple across the plate. Running out of innings here. The 2-2 swung in and missed by CJ Moran, and that will be it for the 7th inning. The Blues with no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on the base pads. That will be it for the 7th. the Academy Barons, who scored 8 more in the top half of the inning. We will see their bats again when we get back here on the Blues Streaming Network. It's the top of the 8th inning. The score is 12-0. Welcome back here at the Sinsheimer Stadium. It's a firework night. On the mound is Lucas Shin, and he came in for Felix Stork in the top of the 7th inning, where the Barons sent 13 batters to the plate. Now here in the top of the 8th, there'll be Isaac Ocampo to lead it off. First pitch misses low for ball number 1.
A little bit of a sing-along there in between innings, and I tell you what, it's a fireworks night. No one has left the ballpark. This crowd's still in it despite the score. Love the energy, and that's why we have that home field advantage for the Blues.
1-0 misses inside for ball number 2. Yeah, I mean, fans, especially considering it's towards the end of the season, trying to get in their fill of Blues baseball before the regular season ends. Tomorrow afternoon, the Blues will take on the Orange County Riptides at home, and it'll be a 2 p.m. start. That one hits the back of Isaac Ocampo, and that'll be a leadoff base runner for the Barons.
With it being the last game of the regular season tomorrow, Blues do a fun thing we like to do every year, Intern Appreciation Day. Addy, you want to give the folks a preview of what they can expect on the broadcast tomorrow with Intern Appreciation Day?
Yeah, it'll be a pretty fun broadcast, actually. Jacob Lee will not be with us on that game, but in his place, we're going to have a slew of interns joining me. A little sneak peek. Vincent Regalado will be back on the air just for 1 inning. You guys can hear a little bit from him again. It's going to be a lot about what he does here for the Blues. Really more what doesn't he do. He's a jack of all trades.
Road GM is what he most recently referred to himself as.
He's worn many, many hats here with the Blues, especially this season. So he'll come on a couple other press box interns as well. And then hopefully a couple of interns who work down on the field. There's marketing, there's promotions, there's a slew of things that the interns do here at the park, and then of course behind the scenes as well. So we'll get you guys to meet a good amount of them, hopefully, and hopefully a good game for me to call as well. The count is now 0-2 here to Anthony Murphy. The pitch is swung on and sent over to the third baseman. Will toss it to second to get the leadoff base runner over to first. Will not be in time. The Blues get 1 out. It's the leadoff runner, Isaac Ocampo. So Anthony Murphy will take his place at first in out number 1. Comerford, his baseball IQ there, sends that one over to second. First of all, it's closer than throwing it all the way across the field to first. And then, of course, getting the leadoff runner, which is pretty crucial here considering how well the Barons have done on capitalizing on base runners. To the plate now, it's Israel Espinoza. He sees strike 1.
I think one thing the Barons have done well all night is like you said, taking advantage of mistakes, but more also just, hey, dealing with what's given to them, not trying to do too much, swing out of their shoes, but hey, if a walk is what this Blues pitching staff is going to give me, I'm going to take it and make the best of my opportunities.
Off
on
goes
the bases.
Murphy for second. That one getting away from Mater there. There'll be no throw. And just like that, a runner stands on second base now for the Barons. It's the number 9 batter, Israel Espinoza. The first out of the top of the 7th inning. It was a strikeout looking to Felix Stork. He now comes up again here in the top of the 8th. The 1-1 misses. Sorry, the 1-1 is going to be a called strike 2. Lucas Shannon, the right-handed pitcher from the University of San Diego. It's his 10th appearance for the Blues on the season. The 1-2 just misses low, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lucas Shannon, a total of 17 1/3 innings pitch. Two balls and 2 strikes, a runner on second. It's Anthony Murphy at the plate. Israel Espinoza. The pitch swung on and sent over to the first baseman. A bad hop, and that will send Israel Espinoza to first. That ball slowly rolling over to CJ Moran at first base. A little bit of a bad hop as it leaves the infield grass. And, I mean, Moran just bobbling the ball down there. And runners stand on the corners.
That's a tough one as a first baseman. You can't really, when you're playing that deep, can't really predict where those hops are going to lie. But in this situation, a play that's got to be made to limit further damage on the base paths. But, man, that is a tough play to make.
Looks like there had been a little bit of a switch throughout this entire game. We didn't realize it until just right now, as that one gets way a ways all the way to the backstop. I'm not sure if the runner on third, Anthony Murphy, realized that that one had gone back. He didn't even make an effort to go for home. A wild pitch will move over Israel Espinoza. And as I was saying, a little mishap. I apologize to you guys. No one had realized it until right now, actually. I guess right before the game started, a last-minute switch. This entire time it's been Ethan Johnson on first base and CJ Moran, the designated hitter. I apologize again. I mean, that mistake, we just realized it right now. So that error will actually go to Ethan Johnson, who stands on first.
Yeah, must have been a last-minute adjustment from Dean Trainer and the coaching staff. We did not hear about it up here in the press box. We're not informed otherwise. Honestly, they have Moran and Johnson have similar builds too, so hard to tell up here in the press box. But alas, that error will be charged to Johnson, the freshman from Mizzou.
The count is 2-1 at the plate. It's the leadoff batter, Elijah Clayton. He comes up with 2 runners on, both of them in scoring position. Anthony Murphy on third and Israel Espinoza on second. There's 1 out. It's the top of the 8th. Lucas Shannon on the mound. That one's going to come in for a called strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. It's Elijah Clayton at the plate. Pitch is going to hit Clayton. And he falls immediately to the ground, clearly in pain. Both coaches and the trainer coming out to meet him at the plate. That one nailing him, coming in at 85 miles per hour. Lucas Shannon immediately coming to the plate, checking on the batter. Miles Mater will walk him back up to the mound. I mean, Obviously, Elijah Clayton in a lot of pain. That's hard to see for Lucas Shannon too. I mean, nobody wants to hit a batter. Running out is one of the athletic trainer interns. She'll come and drop the bag down. Clayton on the ground, clearly in a lot of pain. Here, the game will take a little bit of a pause. I mean, Clayton has not moved. He's laying on his side now. The athletic trainer reaching in his bag. He's getting up just a little bit. He's on his hands and his knees. He can't rise.
That was scary. I mean, he went down. He was not moving at all for a few moments. You never like to see that in any sort of game situation. Obviously, with the score, no intent on the part of the pitcher, Shannon, but you hate to see it nevertheless. Great to see him on his feet, at least.
The fans here at Sinsheimer clapping him off. He throws his helmet down to the ground. Clearly very upset here. He kind of walks around a little bit. He's yet to walk to the dugout.
Well, I think he's going to try to stay in the game if possible. We'll see what the coaching staff of the Barons elects to do here.
I think that one hitting him in the ribs, I believe. It can also knock the wind out of you there too. Obviously a little shaken up, or a lot of bit shaken up. I mean, it's hard to see those coming in, especially at 85 miles per hour. He's gonna walk back to the dugout. I think that'll be it for him here. So there'll be a pinch runner for Elijah Clayton. Walking back by himself to the dugout. I think he'll be all right. They're gonna go sit him down with the trainer, make sure that he's okay. But there'll be a runner on the pads for him. It's hard to see who it is down there. We will try to get you the name and number of the runner down on first.
Yeah, Barron's coaches huddling with the home plate umpire a few feet to the left of home plate to try to figure out that substitution situation as they're going to lift Clayton due to injury.
Miles Mader will head back to behind home plate again. I mean, no pitcher wants to seriously injure a batter at the plate.
Right.
And Lucas Shannon, who immediately went down to Elijah Clayton when he realized how hard he'd hit him and how hurt Clayton seemed to appear, immediately going down. I mean, Miles Mader ushering him back up to the mound. It looks like it's going to be Sean Ishii over at first base. He'll come in for Elijah Clayton, run for him. The bases are loaded here in the top of the 8th inning. There's just one out. Hopefully Elijah Clayton getting the care that he needs over in the dugout. Obviously very frustrated to be taken out of the game here. There's only a couple more left of the season. Lucas Shannon getting a couple more warm-ups here.
Yeah, important for Shannon to stay hot and not have to rest too long. We know that he's probably already rattled, having hit that batter pretty hard, seeing all that play out, but also, you know, at the end of the day, needing to get his head back in the ball game, step right back up on that rubber and keep firing.
Also, the second batter Shannon has hit in this inning, he hit the leadoff batter, Isaac Ocampo. Elijah Clayton, the second one he hit. It's now going to bring up Eiji Sawamura to the plate. Sawamura will come to the plate with the bases loaded. It's just one out here in the top of the 8th. Lucas Shannon on the mound. That one's going to miss away for ball 1. The 1-0. That'll come in for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A little bit of a lull over the crowd here. I mean, they all obviously worried there for Clayton when he went down. They all clapped as he walked off the field. You know, no one wants to see a player hurt like that, especially in summer ball. I mean, these guys are here to get better for the collegiate season, just get some reps, get some live at-bats. So it's hard to see that, especially towards the end of the season here. I mean, there's not a lot of games left. He'll take off for school soon here in the fall. Looks like the umpire down the first base side is going to come meet the home plate umpire,
They're
complaining
motioning
about
to something in the backstop, perhaps. Something over on the third base side behind home plate. I'm not sure what the deal is, but there's some communication with Dean Trainer, who steps out of the first base dugout, but not quite sure what's happening on field level.
It might be a fan down there or something dropped. It's hard to see from up here. I mean, it looks like the play will resume. First base umpire heading back to his spot, the home plate behind Miles Mader. Now he ushers for Saurmuma to step back into the box. The count is 2-1. Lucas Shannon on the mound. There's one out here. It's the top of the 8th inning, and the pitch swung on and missed. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Saurmuma. He's reached base twice so far today. The first, a single in the second, and then he walked in the 7th inning. 2-2. Bases are loaded. On third is Anthony Murphy. On second is Israel Espinoza. And on first, it's Sean Ishii in for Elijah Clayton. That one's going to miss low and away, and the count is full.
I'll tell you what, folks, it is that game situation being told right now. Kevin Spear, the catcher, is up and warming in the San Luis Obispo bullpen, part of that 3-man platoon behind home plate. Obviously had the day off today, but he is warming and apparently ready to enter this ball game.
And that will be a walk for Saurmuma. He will head to first, which means Anthony Murphy is coming home. That is run number 1-3 here at Sinsheimer for the Barons. Moving over to third is Espinoza, and to second, Sean Ishii. That will bring up Jason Delviar. There's just one out. It was to the leadoff batter. He was hit by pitch, and then a fielder's choice gets him out on the pads. That one's going to miss. Or sorry, that'll be called a strike number 1. It's been 3 hours and 15 minutes here at Sinsheimer. The count is 0-1. The bases are still loaded. The pitch, that'll miss low for ball 1.
It'll be an interesting game for sure tomorrow as we see what the pitching strategy is to get through those 9 innings against the Orange County Riptide.
The 1-1. That'll be a strike at 2. Delviar kind of turning inside, but the umpire will call it a strike. Saurmuma over at first. He's taking his helmet off, taking a little bit of a break over there. It's been a long inning already. It's just the top half of the 8th. The 1-2. That one will miss inside again, and the count is back to even. It's a fireworks show tonight. It'll be a late one. It's already 9:20 here at Sinsheimer. The sky is certainly dark. It'll make it nice to see the fireworks. The 2-2 is low, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's nowhere for Shannon to put him. Every base is occupied on third. It's Espinoza. Second, it's Sean Ishii in for Elijah Clayton, and on first, it's Saurmuma. Jason Delviar at the plate. The count is full, just 1 out. The pitch gets away, a wild pitch, and trotting in is Espinoza. That is run number 14 here at Sinsheimer. Each batter will advance.